Welcome to Night School, everybody. Jeremy Plunk and Joe Christofek for Horse Player Now. Tonight we're talking about other people's picks, and we're two guys who give other people picks a lot of times, so we're kind of versed in this subject, but we've also been on the other side of it as we were coming up through the racing ranks. And as people who are public handicappers, it's a very competitive lot. You watch what other people are doing.
Yeah, I think if you're going to use other people's picks, maybe because you don't have time or you want to trust somebody that you think puts in the work, you want to be able to feel like this person is doing the work for you, meaning anyone can put public selections out there.
Right.
Anyone can. It doesn't matter. Everyone has a forum. Everyone has the ability to make picks, but you want somebody that you know follows the circuit. You want somebody that you know puts in the work. You want somebody that you know follows the jockeys, trainers, trends of whatever racetrack they're making the picks for.
Absolutely. I have a rule of thumb. If it's a public handicapper who provides comments for a horse, give them a little more credence. If you just see 1, 2, 3, 4s listed, there's not a whole lot to that, and you don't know the context in which those picks were made. They might be because a horse was going to be lone speed in a race, but now somebody draws in off the also eligible list, and it throws it completely off. So handicappers who public handicap in advance are at a little bit of a disadvantage. You've got to make your picks early.
And you get to learn over time who the people are that you can trust by following them, by talking to other people that follow that circuit. There are people that do between race handicapping at the racetrack that are very good. There are people that do reports on the internet that are very good. There are people that work for the trades that are very good. But it's important to follow one circuit, or it's important to follow one area of the country to truly be an expert.
And when you look at other people's picks, I think a real important thing you want to do is trust the person. I mean, it's got to be somebody who you either know or have followed for some amount of time. To just blindly go into somebody on faith and put your money behind it is something I never really recommend.
Well, a lot of people like winners, but you can find those, Jeremy, at the bottom of the program in the morning line program selections. What I like to do as a public handicapper, and I've been doing it for the Daily Herald in Chicago for a long time, for the Horse Player Now Buzz as well, is I like to give you food for thought. I would rather pick a horse at 10-1 on top that runs third, that can help you with a trifecta or help you with a superfecta or help put you into a winning situation. Anyone could be a chalk-eating weasel. Anyone can pick the favorite.
And that's the criticism with a lot of public handicappers from the public who watches them. They say, look, anybody could have come up with that 8-5 shot. What are some of the quantitative things you look at in grading your success as a public handicapper? What factors are you looking at that grades whether or not you're doing a good job?
I think there are 4 factors if you want to track a public handicapper that can be utilized. Win return on investment, which is based on a $2 wager. More importantly, win, play, show return on investment, which is based on $2 across the board. So it's a $6 number. $2 win, place, and show. If your horse pays $7 to show, you're still showing a profit. Then percentage of winners in the top 3 picks, and then also percentage of winners overall. Those are some of the things that I would look for, and when you can compare the win percentage with the ROI, you have a pretty good idea of what kind of horses that public handicapper is picking.
I think a good public handicapper is someone whose ROI is somewhere above what the takeout is. I think that's a good stretch. $2 for each wager bet. It would be nice to tell you that every public handicapper's got a $2.40 ROI and is making you 40 cents on every bet, but that's just not realistic. With a takeout hovering between 16 and 18% and the win play show, a good public handicapper I think is going to be in that $1.85 range, I think, for an ROI for the win. And when percentage of winners, Joe, I've always put myself at the 30% level. If I'm picking 30% winners with my top choice, I feel like I've had a very good meet and I'm on a good run. If I'm under 30 just by a little, I think I'm average. I think the average public handicapper is in that 25 to 30 range. If I can get over 30 for any stretch of run, I think I'm doing very well.
Well, here's the thing. As a public handicapper for Arlington, Hawthorne, when I work for the Daily Herald, I've got to pick every race every day. How many of those races am I actually betting? 2 or 3? When you've got a public handicapper that is going on a limb saying this is a 4-star play or a 5-star play, those are the races you want to evaluate your public handicapper on, because those are the horses and the races that they really like. Unfortunately, sometimes in our job, we have to pick a horse, we don't like the race.
And some public handicappers are better than one thing than the other. I know, like Gulfstream on the turf, Joe was just absolutely outstanding over the past couple of years. So even as I'm watching his picks, and maybe I haven't handicapped the card all that great, and I'm just kind of seeing what he's got, I know the Gulfstream turf races are a place where I can rely on his picks even a little bit more than, say, a dirt race or a 2-year-old race, because everybody has a strength, and you can determine that just by observation and seeing how those people pick.
You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
There is no wrap here. Let's get back to night school. Enjoy it, everybody.